now come to the core concept. Interview in the interview also ask this question: what is the architecture of Zscaler, right? ZIA. So you can explain like that. I will cover that. And before that, I have something called zero trust architecture. So Zscaler basically provide you zero trust architecture. This will provide you from zero day attack. There is a lot of security parameter which work in this framework. So how it work? So Zscaler zero trust architecture, how it work? This will I verify first identity. Suppose you are connected with the internet first. So first thing what will be happen? Your Zscaler client connector, which is installed on your laptop, it should be first request redirect to the LDAP portal, means Microsoft SSO, where you can put your username and password and you can log in, right? So first thing, it will verify your identity, whether you are legitimate user or malicious user or you are not exist in the in the data center, right? And this part dedicated to ZPA. So if you require access of dedicated resource, so it will give you that grant user and device only minimum necessary performance their tasks. So you can uh, customize their IM part in like identity and management. So whatever resource they want, you can provide access of that resource, and which kind of level of access they require, you can define that. That this is something you will use in the ZPA, right? Secure access service edge. So integrate networking and security function into unified cloud native service provider. So even you can integrate your Zscaler with the multiple tool. Suppose you are using the DLP. So lots of vendor provide a dedicated DLP. Even Zscaler have a own DLP system, but still, if suppose you are bank, right? Bank is using external DLP device vendor, so they want to know more into advanced level of DLP. So you will integrate your Zscaler with the other security devices as well. You will integrate with the security device, IPS, IDS, so Splunk, right? And yeah. So these are the component which you can add into Zscaler, right? Continue monitoring, and this is also, you can monitor anything which log hold till 6 months by default in Zscaler. So you can suppose something got wrong, you live monitor your all logs. You can integrate with the Splunk, any SIM tool of Zscaler. So you will get it the live log, whatever happened in your company. So you quickly identify and remediate that. Okay. So back to architecture. So as a normal, if anyone belongs to firewall background, they know control plane, data plane, right? So Zscaler also architecture divide in the several part. First one is the control plane. So control plane means it's a, interviewer asks this question, what is CA, right? Central authority, right? So CA is the uh, control plane which hold all related tasks related to administrator management related tasks. This will take care by control plane. So this is the cloud central authority. This is CA. Okay. Interviewer asked this question. I'm repeating. So what is the CA in Zscaler? This CA is the cloud central authority, is the brain and nervous system that manage entire cloud. So all configuration, all policies, all everything related to configuration managing administrator part will take care by control plane. Right? Suppose you want to create a policy, you can create a policy on your control plane, then it will be pushed by a uh, data plane. That is different thing. I will explain later. This thing manage in the control plane, maintain the list of user group department, each with unique ID, maintain all the policies configuration for company. So all things related to user, department, group, right? Unique ID maintain all policies and configuration for company related. All things take care by control plane. Located in 3-4 data center for disaster recovery. Of course, Zscaler provide you, your data to 3-4 extra extra location, same configuration for disaster recovery. Suppose somehow their Asia location got failed, they will redirect your traffic on different, maybe European location or US UK based location. So this is one of the important concept or architecture component is the control plane, which is take care of user, department, group, policies, configuration, everything should be take care by this control plane. And this is look like brain and nervous system. So manage the entire cloud. You can manage everything from control plane. Okay. So next is data plane. Data plane is actually this is Zscaler enforcement node Gen. So Gen is the node which is actually intercept your traffic. Suppose you configure policy, you configure the policy block Facebook, right? So this will done by control plane, but actually it should be pushed by Gen should be intercept your all Facebook data and block it. So the configuration part you can done on the control plane, but the intercept traffic, all traffic should be happen by Gen node. So this is the control plane. Control plane actually, working and intercepting your traffic based on your rule, policies, configuration, right? So Gen for high speed inspection and policy enforcement. So what is Gen? Gen is the intercept your traffic, inspect your traffic based on your company policy and configuration. Okay. So connection identify only by user ID, single scan multi-action for traffic inspection and forward uh, traffic process in the memory is never written to the disk. So control plane intercept your traffic, push the policy, check your traffic based on the rule. As I said, if you block the Facebook, it will check which user you are. Suppose as a RAM, I'm trying to access the Facebook. So first thing got check by control plane because you block the Facebook, but you should be blocked Facebook for what? All user dedicated for RAM. So it will verify that. So the policy should be implement on which user or intercept on which user, right? So everything will be take care by data plane, which is the kind of actually I will say in the firewall, management plane, the firewall which is actually intercept your traffic, that is the uh, 40 if I'm referring 40 gate manager, right? So manager part is managing the entire configuration, but actual the firewall 40 gate firewall, it will work on the ground to intercept the traffic. So Gen is the node which is whatever you configure, it should be enforce that thing to intercept the user traffic, which is work on the ground, right? So why actually this is relating to the, if belongs to previously these concept. So we will refer that the actual thing is happen in the, control plane, data plane. Firewall guys know that. So statics plane is, this is something, responsible of the report generating the report, right? Logging efficiency, dip, dipping, indexing, logging, so all related reporting and logging thing will be taken care by statics plane. So, so what is this? The the reporting and analysis for maximum logging efficiency using dipping, indexing, differential logging, log router to ensure log data is stored into the geolocation choice with retention of 6 months. Okay, so what is this? The statics plane actually give you the option where you can send your all logs to the dedicated location where you can store the logs, or this is also nano log. This is also one of the concept which is store, which send your all logs to the nano logs. It will hold your logs till 6 months by default. If you are not deleted, or you haven't used it, automatically deleted. So all related to logs reporting, all things will take care by statics plane. This will log router ensure log data is stored in the geo based location. So whatever location you want to store your logs, it will be redirect through log router. Log router is the this is the device which you can or which option you can use it. Whatever location you want to send your logs, you will send it. Maybe you can stream your logs to the same tool like Splunk, Azure Sentinel, right? So let me visualize this top concept, control plane. What is control plane? You can see whenever you are going to configure any changes, anything, you will log into control plane, right? Or you can do the changes in the control plane as a user. You are the support network administrator which manage that Zscaler. So whatever changes happen, it will happen on central authority, CA, cloud central authority part. Now you logged in and you try to access that URL and whatever changes you will done, you will do to CA. The central authority is brain of nervous system. It manages entire cloud, right? It's same thing. The give you administrator console for every organization so that you can log in and set up your policy. So this will give you, of course, I already explained. This will whatever things you will configure it, it will have take care by control plane. The CA hold a list of user group department along with the all policies and configuration. The CA means central authority. Central authority means control plane. So control plane is a hold the information about the all users group department along with the policy configuration for the company. There is no user credential stored in the gen. Of course, there is no store credential because even if somebody hack their Zscaler, they will not understand because Zscaler is the unique ID. Zscaler not use the exact name for their own, for their own use. Suppose a Sahil is the user, right? This is trying to access anything. Suppose somehow the Zscaler data, compromised by hackers. So when hacker will look up in the Zscaler, it will give you like, you know, give you like X102. So if somebody belongs to, as a hacker, hacker will not understand what this mean is, but Zscaler have a unique ID. So Zscaler will understand, okay, this number is assigned to the Sahil. So when Sahil trying to access anything, it will check this number against this number, whatever policy is there, it will assign that and pass traffic based on that. So Zscaler not store your credential, not exact name based on that. It's using the user ID. Instead of CA assign unique ID to each company and location of user. So Gen and Nanologs are only aware of these tokens ID, but both unaware about real company. Even Zscaler itself not understand what is the exact company name or user. So they just remember the every assign every company have a unique ID, and based on that it will check, okay, this is the number. Oh, I got it. This company belongs to this TCS, and the user is belongs to TCS company. So they will check it that policy based on that. Because see, when Zscaler came in the market, the banking companies have a issue, right? Because you cannot 100% provide all data to the vendors. Suppose one day Zscaler will hacked, so who is the responsible for that, right? You cannot trust 100%. So Zscaler give you the, this is the trust point of view. So even Zscaler is saying if I hacked or if my data is compromised, even the hacker will not understand what is the exact company name, what is the, that if I'm trying to target Sahil, I will not understand what is the username, what more detail about the Sahil. It's because it's not storing that data, actually real data, right? The second is Gen. This is your control plane, data plane. So data plane, whatever configuration you have done, now time that configuration should be, working on the ground. So working on the ground means if you are trying to access something, so that should be passed based on the based on the whatever I configured against you, right? So that will be take care by Gen. So you have done the configuration. Now suppose you are I've done the configuration on the US. I'm working in US because my company based on the US, right? So now what happened, this CA will be push your all policies on the Delhi or Mumbai data center, because Sahil is working in Mumbai or Lo is working in the Mumbai location. So whatever policies I configure, it will be sync automatically in the Mumbai location. As I said, if you block Facebook, it should be intercept your traffic and block your traffic you are trying to access Facebook, right? If you notice that here, Lohit, if you notice that the this is your CA, right? And Gen should be the actually, Gen should be this one. Every based on the user location, Gen is changed, right? Means somebody belongs to Africa, so the Gen should be their Africa location. Whatever configuration you configured, it should be sync automatically in that location. And if user trying to access something which is allow in the policy, it should be work, or if block, it should be drop, right? So central authority only manage with the US location, but Gen should be all over globe. So whatever location you configure it, it will be, sync your all policies and intercept all traffic, right? So the on ramp to interest executor policies allow user to their nearest Gen, right? If I visited in different locations, so Gen, whatever nearest Gen should be available, that directly connected first with your laptop and push it the all policies based on your company and intercept your all traffic, means you are always under the you know uh, under your company policies. You cannot access that thing which is not allowed in your company. Yeah, that makes sense till now, guys. Aloit.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so now third one is static explain. That is whatever happens. Suppose you access that, right? You configure the policy first. You that policy is pushed on Gen. That's fine. But if user trying to access, that should be capture some log, right? Suppose user trying to access Facebook, then that should be captures data, and I want to take it like when and what type of data user is trying to access, right? Or basically I want to understand how many logs generated against the Facebook, right? So it should be captured somehow somewhere, right? So how it works, you connected your all Gen with the single log router, right? Log router is one which connected to your all Gen, because Gen is one which is intercept your traffic. So log should be always generated on Gen, Zscaler enforcement node, right? So log should be generated on the your all Gen, whatever location based on the user. Suppose someone belongs to, some is working from India, some is working from US, some is working from UK. So whatever nearest location of that area, Gen should be collected the data and sent to the log router. Now you can now you can tell to the log router whether like whether you want to store that logs or send to the some another device. So this is the location of their nano log cluster. So they will store your logs in the multiple location. Okay. And then you, if you have a Splunk or any sim tool, you will extract that log from their location and send nano log streaming NSS. This is the device which you can take it your all logs, send to the your sim tool, or you can even storage in your personal hard disk or cloud storage. If you want to store those logs, you will do it, or you want to collect through the ideally we can use the sim tool to collect, see all logs through NSS. So interviewer asks this question: what is use of nano log streaming services? So this will send your logs to the external resource, whether you are using Splunk, Sentinel, or you are directly storing the data logs, right? So this is your three important, topics or architecture. This is very important. I can say component in the architecture. First one is the control plane, right, which is take care of all your management configuration you will do in the central location. Second one is data plane, which is take care, which is intercept your all traffic through gen and generated the logs. Third thing, all logs which generated by gen should be collected by log router and it's stored in the multiple location because of the redundancy part. And if you want to send that logs to your SOC team, SIM tool, so you will use the NSS. So that makes sense, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Eloit.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will, by the way, I will share that PDF. Okay. And I will try to add more point on that so that you guys can easily understand. Okay. By the way, uh, so this is the actually basic architecture to work of Zscaler. So first is central authority where you network administrator configuration their part. Now the time you can push it whatever configuration you are using. If I referring any firewall, the Palo Alto. So Palo Alto have a panorama. Panorama, what you are configuring the configuration, you are configuring the policies, but firewall actually one which is the intercept your traffic. Panorama will not intercept your traffic, right? Panorama you just configure it and you can push it on the firewall. So your traffic is actually pushed intercept by firewall. So in the Zscaler there is a gen node is the one which is the interceptor traffic, but CA is one which is kind of management where you are configuring it all things. And logs, if you, of course you need to collect logs, right? You want to see what happened in your organization, whatever traffic hitting the gen, it should be show somewhere, right? So this is the behind that part, how the logs collect and how it work, right? So ideally the time is 6 months, right? After 6 months log should be automatically deleted. Now, okay, so when we sorry, when we are doing that, 30,000 connection per second from each of the device, we also generated 30,000 log every second, right? So this is the very large scale of logs, right? Especially if you are using HTTP, usually get request is the couple of hundred of byte, response is also unusually pretty small and well because of you are doing of course. So if you are big organization, every second you are getting 30,000 log, it will take care by some device, right? It store it and send it to their multiple location. So suppose one location got down, it not means you cannot retrieve your logs. There is also replicate location. And ideally we are using the Splunk. I'm saying not a Splunk, any same tool. So because at same time I want to visibility these, if something got wrong or suppose any malicious user trying to access something, this should be aware by SOC team. So we normally use the nano cluster, right? Nano log streaming service NSS. So we'll take care of that. Now Zscaler launched their ZDX, that is the awesome tool. I will give you the overview of that as well. So the Zscaler store total logs for till 6 months, right? If you want to store your logs longer period, if you want to do, you know, uh, correction, it will other device Zscaler can also okay. So this is showing if you are want to monitor through SIM tool. So there is a concept called NSS, Nano Cluster Streaming Service, which you can, which is actually an virtual machine. This is also tiny kind of ISO file. You can install it on your organization, and this will give you the all your logs to where you want to redirect. Of course, it should be redirect to the SIM tool. Uh, SIM means Splunk or IBM QRadar, whatever tool your organization using. You can redirect all logs on that. Okay, so how the reporting the data basically, reporting means how you can see the logs, how like Zscaler actually identify the traffic, right? Or like how Zscaler getting the pattern of the traffic in the logs. So everything is there: admin, administrator portal, nano log cluster, gen, and CA, right? So as a user, you will do the changes here on CA. CA will same infos on the gen, and not a actual name. As I said, it will be unique RD. So even if somebody is intercept the traffic, they will not understand what whoever the actual user. This will take care. This will nano logs sent to the, like all real time logs sent to the nano logs, and this will store data in the multiple location of Zscaler, right? And if you want collect these logs to your external device like SIM tool, you will use NSS, and then you can use the Splunk or whatever you want. Now I think you usually right get it the architecture, right? How it work. Okay. Okay. So this is the, I think, database reporting. Okay. So this is the process which I already explained. This will actually, what they're trying to mention is the, if you are using Wireshark as a hacker, you will not get it the actual user, whoever the trying to initiate the traffic, right? Because the Zscaler is using company ID and unique user ID. They may be used like company ID is 012, right? Lohit, and slash the username suppose are Lohit. So they will use 2x. So whoever the see this code, no one can understand what is 102/2x, right? But Zscaler have a, they have a tagged with the company 102, and 2x is the Lohit. I'm just giving you the example, okay? So if even you can capture the traffic, you will get it to what is use of this. You cannot use it because you don't know which company. Zscaler have I think 60,000 plus companies enrolled. You will not understand which one is the correct one, or like what is use of this if you are capturing the traffic. That's why Zscaler says even I'm not storing your actual traffic in our side. So we just understand your traffic based on the unique company ID and user ID. That's it. So gen is always in pair because of redundancy, right? This part is taken care by Zscaler, so you don't worry. Zscaler provide the redundancy. Even as I said, in India, maybe the one data center in the Mumbai and another one is Delhi. So suppose Mumbai data center is down, the traffic going by Delhi. So every location they have a paired. And that is not your headache, that Zscaler already have a kind of setup. So single scan multi action, what is that? Guys, this is the SP3 process, which is actually, remember Lohit, this is the, this function is take care or like introduced by Palo Alto. So this is, I will check at the single packet, I will take it all action within second and traffic pass to the egress interface. What it mean? Let me go down. The concept is very interesting. So the legacy one they are trying to explain is how legacy proxy work. So legacy proxy work, suppose you are, this is a user, like this is suppose Lohit. So Lohit trying to access facebook.com. So how the packet is check it? So first is check the URL DB. Okay, it is allow in which category it belongs. It will take 1 second. Now check the antivirus. Okay, Lohit is taking any malicious things in that URL. 1 second. Third second, it will send the sandboxing. Suppose that is the new something. Suppose Lohit send someone PDF that is the new, maybe this color take it as a new thing and it will send to the sandbox and also verify is there anything malicious in that. It will also take 1 second. So total of second, how many second? 1, 2, 3, 4. So traffic will pass to the egress interface or the destination. At least Zscaler will take a 4 second. This I will give you the example. Maybe that is millisecond, but it should be delay, right? It should be delay. Maybe 3 millisecond, 4 millisecond, 30 millisecond. Okay, just trying to understand. I put it as a 1 second. So total number of seconds should be 4 seconds. The legacy proxy or legacy devices using check the parallel, kind of. Not a parallel, they are checking one by one, right? So first check one part, then check the next up. Every part should be consume the time, consume the latency, right? So now Zscaler introduced that the multi action in the single shot. I will check everything. This is the old one. Now Zscaler, how Zscaler work, you will see. This is the Lohit again, and once Lohit traffic reach to the Zscaler, Zscaler send packet to every, that packet to every their every plane or every part of Zscaler. So first check the antivirus, URL filtering, botnet, access, DLP, DCC. So check in the one single second, it check the all features and traffic sent to the destination. So in the in the legacy we're taking 4 seconds. In the Zscaler it will take a 1 second to that same thing. So of course this should be great, right? The Zscaler should be give you the experience of low latency. So of course as a user, as a customer, you will prefer Zscaler, right guys? Yes or no? Yeah. So this is something Zscaler claimed that when that provided they are within the single shot, all functions check it the same time and send traffic to the destination server. So it will less latency compared to the other vendor, right? So this is called a parallel process. They checked at the same time all parallel thing. So it will of course use the high CPU utilization. So that's why they assign every task have a dedicated resource, dedicated CPU. CPU that is dedicated to doing the proxy netting. There's a dedicated to URL filtering, DLP, all things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Uh, I think. Okay, just last thing I will cover this class, then we can connect tomorrow. The last thing is web traffic. What is the traffic flow? Suppose you are connected to the, this is actually the basic thing, right? if you are using Zscaler, I'm guys covering ZIA first. Okay, Zscaler Internet Access. After this, I will cover ZPA, and I will just introduction part. I will cover ZDX. So ZDX is good one. They introduce a new tool of the Zscaler. So maybe sometime interviewer ask. I'm very sure that most of the people are not work on that ZDX. Okay, but I will cover that. At least overview, give you the idea how it work and what kind of component and all. So let's discuss about ZIA. So once as a user, this is your laptop, you already installed Zscaler client connector that called ZCC. Zscaler client connector is already installed. Once you connected to the Wi-Fi, first thing will be happen. Suppose you are trying to access google.com. So first thing your traffic redirect to the SSO portal of Microsoft, because of course every organization using SML of Azure AD, right? So it will redirect to the authentication portal where you can authenticate your traffic or your user identity, and then traffic should be redirected to the gen. Now gen will check, okay, who is the user? Lohit. Okay, what is the policy against Lohit? Is this allow for this traffic or not? If it's allow, then send traffic to the destination. If it block, that block the traffic, right? This is like I'm then just giving the single line overview of the traffic flow of ZIA. Let me. But in the Zscaler, if you can see the visual views, right? So client TCP connection will be happen, right? First happen authentication, then connection tracking based on the RD, location RD, user RD, right? Client TCP connection will be happen. The next should be traffic check your content ID parameter, URL filtering, thread DLP, browser isolation, file type, and based on that, if you are matching with any policy, whether your traffic is dropping or allow based on this connection. And yeah, if suppose you are blocking that, I'm always referring Facebook because you guys will remember always. So suppose Facebook is blocked, then here is check that, and if block, then send you block response. This URL blocked by your company, you can connect to the administrator. If it's allowed, traffic this should be directly sent to the destination, and understand response. You always get a response from that application. So okay, maybe I will break down the traffic flow from user laptop to the internet with the Zscaler perspective. How the service edge will be treated. How first step you are putting you connecting the internet. I will cover this later, but this is what actually overview about that. So primary functionality of that reporting analysis. Okay. Okay, I think this is the traffic forwarding, GRE tunnel, right? IPsec tunnel, proxy chaining. So we will cover that tomorrow. So any question on that? Otherwise, we can bind up class and we'll cover that overview part tomorrow.